Recorded Books presents the occasionally accurate Annals of Football. The NFL's greatest players, plays, scandals, and screw-ups, plus stuff we totally made up. By Dan Patrick and Joel H. Cohen. Narrated by Dan Patrick.
For my wife, Susan, assuming she's okay with being associated with this. And then Joel Cohen, my co-writer, says for my wife and family who have already told me they are not okay with being associated with this. And with that, we bring you The Foreword by Adam Sandler. I asked Adam Sandler to write a foreword for the book, and he said yes, and I was thrilled. This is, after all, Adam Sandler, movie star, TV star, recipient of the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor, and three-time Grammy Award nominee. If he had won, I would have said winner. There was only one problem. Neither of us really knew what a foreword should look like. Instead of asking someone or making any efforts to figure it out, I told him, just write about football. He did, and here it is. Please consider this to be a foreword, whatever the hell that is. Hi, my name is Adam Sandler, and I'm a Jets fan. When I was a kid, I was a Jets fan, and a Giants fan, and even a Bills fan. Anything New York, because that's where I was from. That gave me a lot of good teams to choose from and a lot of stars to love. I actually think I was a Raiders fan, too, because they were known for being tough and dirty, and in my head, I felt like that was a New York attitude, so I allowed myself to like them. Joe Namath got us a Super Bowl when I was 2 years old. Every lady loved that man. I did, too. I also loved Emerson Boozer. I loved Don Maynard. I also thought Mike Battle was a badass. My brother got John Riggins' autograph a few years later at Jets camp. Riggins won Rookie of the Year that year. Everything was wonderful. New York was the coolest place on the planet, and I was proud to be a New Yorker. Then my family moved to New Hampshire when I was 5 years old, because my dad got a job there. Off we went, my parents, my two sisters, my brother, and me. It was a great place, too. Lots of trees and lots of lakes, lots of fun, and lots of new friends. It was awesome there, and I loved it very much. But it got really cold in the winter. So one day I wore my wool hat to keep warm while walking to school. It was a green hat with a pom-pom on it. It also had the word Jets on the side. I got to the bottom of my street when I saw a bunch of other kids who were walking to the same school. What's with the stupid hat, I heard. They couldn't be talking to me, I thought. My grandmother bought me that hat. So I didn't like the sound of stupid hat when I knew my grandmother went out to a store, saw something, and thought I'd like it. The Jets suck, is what I heard next. That hurt. I think I actually teared up a little. But I didn't want anyone to see because I was 5, new in town, and feeling new feelings. And that feeling was pride. That night, I discussed what went on with my family. My brother Scott said, "You live in New England now. Of course, you're going to hear the Jets suck. Everybody here are Patriots fans, Jim Plunkett fans, Sam Bam Cunningham fans, Randy Vataha fans." I said, "So they don't hate Grandma?" My family all said, "No, they just hate the Jets." And I said, "Do they hate the Giants and the Bills and the Raiders?" My dad said, "Probably, but they hate the Jets the most because they are in the same division as the Pats." That's the day I said, well, if we're going to hate who I like, I might as well stick with the team they hate the most. It was a lifetime decision that has given me a lot of humiliation and stomach aches, but I will never let go. At the beginning of every season, I hear a lot of doubt from people talking about my Jets, but I stare them down as if to say, I know something you don't. In parentheses, my best acting to date. Some seasons start off hot and cool off. Some seasons start off cold but get hot. Some seasons we make the playoffs. Most seasons we don't. But when we are rolling, it sure feels good. I know better than ever to get cocky. But when we get on a winning streak or have incredible moments from incredible players, man, it's worth the pain. Atkinson, Rivas, Snell, Gastineau, Freeman McNeil, Wesley Walker, Klecko, Lyons, Toon, Mangold, Sanchez, Keyshawn, Corbett. Love those guys for life. And so many others. The joy they could bring me was absolutely beyond. And damn, so many great players on the team right now. Love you guys. I believe in you guys because I know you want it too. Super Bowl rings and the chance for me to return to New Hampshire wearing that green pom-pom hat that Grandma bought me at Herman's Sporting Goods. And the ability to find that kid who was nasty to me so many years ago and say, the Jets don't suck, buddy. You suck. Let's get it done, Jets. Love, Adam Sandler, Jets fan for life. Introduction. Baseball can suck it. Maya Angelou, or at least we think. Football, not baseball, is America's national sport. Baseball is merely America's pastime, and pastimes are just that, things to pass time, like quilting or prison. Football's much more, a national obsession. In 2021, 23 of the 25 top-rated telecasts were NFL games. Football is so popular that games scheduled on the last Thursday in November even turned Thanksgiving into a national holiday. It's no surprise the game's beloved. Football's fun, flashy, and entertaining, like Las Vegas, the first hour you get there. It's also flawed, controversial, and dangerous, like Vegas, the entire rest of your stay. Ultimately, though, the bad is forgotten, and the spectacle of athleticism, entertainment, and those hats Green Bay fans wear that sort of look like cheese. Cheese bras also available if you're looking to buy a female fan a gift she'd probably hate. This book is a collection of reflections, thoughts, truths, lies, comments, and incredibly incorrect explanations and retelling of things football. In it, you'll find contributions from fans who also happen to be writers from The Simpsons, Modern Family, Saturday Night Live, the ESPY Awards, Late Night with Conan O'Brien, and thanks to a medium that talks to the dead, writers from both Leave It to Beaver and the Bible. We'll cover teams, players, plays, scandals, and more, sometimes also less. This is a collective love letter to football that also acknowledges its flaws. By the way, in actual love letters, it's better not to include the subject's flaws, voice of experience. The intent is to educate a little and entertain a lot. Comedy is meant to prevail over accuracy, but with our group's poor work ethic, some facts may accidentally slip in. Apologies in advance. Sincerely, Dan and Joel. Note, there are a lot of players mentioned in this book. There are also some not mentioned. So, how did we choose? We included most of the top 100 players ever, as chosen by the NFL, and the greats from each team, and threw in others because they were famous, funny, or their moms ran into our moms and asked if they could be in the book. Even with those exacting methods, we missed some players, and in doing so, probably hurt some feelings. If you're upset by some oversight in this book, we suggest you take all your anger, put it in a letter, and mail it to 905 West Fulton Market, Suite 200, Chicago, Illinois, 60607. Note, that's not our address. That's the company that makes Oreos. You probably won't get your complaint addressed, but you may get some free Oreos. And really, isn't that better? Also, another note, this will be the last note in the book. One more note. No, it won't. Do you know what footballs are made of? If you're guessing good wishes and rainbows laced together with the eyelashes of naughty trolls, you're mostly wrong, but clearly have a wonderful imagination, which you should really add to your LinkedIn profile. Footballs, commonly known as pigskins, were actually never made from pigskin. The closest they got was when early footballs were made of pig bladders. That's right, pig bladders, a concept not attractive to players or the pigs. As you might imagine, yes, we all remember how great you are at imagining. It wasn't easy inflating the pig bladder.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.